Hello, and welcome back to the Tea and Soju C-Drama podcast, your safe spot for C-Drama chatter. I'm your host, Liliana, and it's time to sit back, grab your tea, and let's chat Asian dramas. In today's episode, it is the end of the month, which means it is currently watching time. That means I'm going to be going through my currently watching list and just talking about what it's looking like at the end of August. Some housekeeping before we get into the episode. If you like the podcast, please like, share, and subscribe on the platform you listen on. That really helps the podcast reach other listeners. For more content, check out Patreon, where you can find behind the scenes, first impressions, movie reviews, and more. Finally, if you'd like to chat to me or find a community, check out Discord, Instagram, and other socials. The link is in the episode notes. So today's episode is going to be the last of season 3. So this is it for season 3. After this episode, Tea and Soju is going to be on a hiatus for about a month, maybe about 5 weeks, anything between 4 to 6 weeks. I haven't settled down on a date to kind of come back. So I know it'll be in October. I'm just not sure when in October quite yet, but it'll definitely happen at some point in October. And don't worry, I'll definitely be updating the socials when that happens. But we still have today's episode, so we're going to go through everything that I'm watching. If you're new to the podcast, I do go through categories, and my categories are as follows. The first category is absolutely loving. These are dramas I am chasing episodes and I'm completely obsessed with. Really enjoying category. These are dramas I'm really loving but not quite obsessed with, but keeping up with new episodes. The enjoying category, the ones I'm enjoying and I'm casually watching and I'm probably definitely behind on episodes. The meh category, these are just dramas that I may soon drop, but something is keeping me watching for the time being. They're not sure yet category. These are dramas I've barely just started and I'm really undecided about. And then I just have the on hold category and the looking forward to starting category, as well as dramas that I completed in August. I then do have a little book section. I only have one book to talk about. And then at the end of the episode, we are going to be doing a very quick fire sort of a quick fire minute where I'm just going to be talking about some upcoming things for season 4. So I'm just going to give you a little taster of what's coming up in season 4. So that's going to be today's episode, and let's just get into it. So if you've been on my socials, this will come as absolutely no surprise to anybody out there. My absolutely loving category does have a drama in it. If you follow the podcast, if you follow me, and if you follow my currently watching list episodes, you know that I'm not always. This category is one of those that gets a couple of dramas a year, but for the most part, it does stay fairly empty. And this week, that is not the case. We have a drama, and that is obviously When Destiny Brings the Demon. If you don't know, I am obsessed with this drama right now. This is the xianxia that I have been dying to watch at this point. And, it's just working for me so incredibly well. So if you've been living under a rock and you don't know what this drama is about, like I said, it is a xianxia. A xianxia is basically a high fantasy kind of drama. So it involves demons and gods and, magical powers and cultivation and all of these things. It is very much a high fantasy drama. So this one is a Yoku production. It is 33 episodes and it's starting airing on August 16th and it's going to finish airing on September 1st. So it's going to be a very, very, I'm very sad because it is literally about to end and that just makes me very sad. So what is this drama about? So the MDL description reads, modern day office drone Zhou Yan accidentally stumbles into the world of cultivation isolation and wakes up as Liao Ting Yan, a disciple of the Qing Gu Qian sect. She's soon selected to serve the reclusive Grandmaster Sima Jiao, a powerful cultivator who's been secretly sealed inside a mountain for 500 years. Twisted by isolation and rage, he's cold, hot-tempered, and bent on revenge. Liao Tingyan doesn't know that her original identity is a demonic assassin, but to his surprise, she shows no ill will, no ambition, and no desire at all. Her nature fascinates him. Thus begins an unlikely romance between a villainous immortal and a healing type slacker, a connection that defies fates and spans lifetimes. So basically, the character that starts off, so the character in the Xianxia is supposed to go into this mountain and kill Sima Jiao, so the male lead's character. But before that happens, our female lead gets dropped into her body, and she's from the future. She's just like, I'm so sick and tired of working. I just really need a holiday. She's the type of person who, it's not that she doesn't put effort into things, but she will be like, she'll put the minimum effort into stuff. And she is the type of person who is a little bit of a slacker. She just wants to eat good food and rest and have her, beauty sleep in day. And I think this right here is one of the reasons why I'm enjoying this drama so much. It's the female lead is a very relatable type of character, because who the heck doesn't just want to lay in bed for a couple of hours, have good food, go on holiday, relax? And this is what she's doing. She's like, fine, I'll go into this dumb mountain and I'll she's just like trying to sit in the background, and this fascinates him because to him, everybody wants something out of him, whether it's to kill him, whether it's to, be with him to make babies that are strong, whether it's somebody always wants something out of him. And she's just there like, no, I don't want anything. Thank you very much. Just let me be, find a quiet corner. I'm just going to be over there eating my food and relaxing and taking this as a vacation. And I think that really makes this drama very different because, like I said, she's not your cutesy type of character that we so often repeatedly see in Xianxia dramas. She's very much just there. She's living her best life and she doesn't want to kill him. She's like, why? I don't want to kill. What do you mean? Because she's obviously from the modern day. So she's just like, what do you mean kill? Like, I don't want to be killing anybody. Who wants to be killing anybody? So she's just very funny. Her character is very funny. And I haven't even said, but so this is played by Wang Yinglu. And Wang Yinglu, this was the reason I was kind of excited about this drama. It was the fact that I wanted to go in because I liked Wang Yinglu, the main female lead, and I also liked Chen Feiyu, who plays the male lead, Sima Jiao. So I liked the actors. Wang Yinglu, I first saw her in I Am Nobody. She plays Fang Baobao, and she does an incredible job. Like, she does a really, really good job. And I haven't really seen her in anything else, but I liked her so much there that I've been waiting to kind of like have another drama to be able to, watch of hers. And then this came out and I'm like, this is it, because this character just works so incredibly well for her and for him. He is a very cold male lead. Like, he's the type of guy who is like killing left, right, and center, doesn't even think twice about killing. He just like waves a hand and somebody's dead type of character. So he truly is like a red flag in every single essence. And he's the type of character who he is mean to everybody else but her. He is just nice to her. And he obviously starts to change a little bit, but I also enjoy the fact that he just stays the way he is. Like, he wants his revenge, and yes, he falls in love, but he's not gonna stop going after what he wants and what he has been planning for years upon years, just because, he's fallen in love. So the characters are very much true to themselves, and I'm in love with this whole show. I'm truly like obsessed with it. And I've now watched 26 episodes out of 33, and it's constantly good. Like, there hasn't been one single episode where I've been bored or where I've been tempted to go look at my phone. Like, every single episode is captivating and is, interesting to watch. So I am living my best life with this show. I'm very upset that it's finishing very, very soon. And yeah, bet that it's going to be reviewed in season 4. I'm just sad that it's like got cut off from season 3 because I am dying to talk about this show. I have notes and I am going to be having a guest on it to be talking about. So we're going to be, back and forth talking about this one. She's loving it as well. So it's going to be a great episode and I'm super excited to talk about it. So this is airing in a bunch of places. It's airing on Yoku, Viki, and Netflix in some places. So I just highly, highly recommend it. It's just a show that is speaking to all of me right now. It is just honestly working. Also, the visuals in this, the chemistry, I can't harper on enough about the chemistry. Nobody does intense like Chen Fei Yu. Like, this man looks at her and everybody melts. Like, that's literally what it feels like. It feels like we shouldn't be in the room with them. That kind of chemistry. But also, they talk a lot about like jewel cultivation, and they do a lot of jewel cultivation. And if you don't know, when they basically, talk about jewel cultivation, it means they sleep together. It means they have sex. So that is literally what it means. And it's basically like their souls joining and them like seeking energy from each other. So the amount they talk about this in this show, it's to the point where I'm like, didn't the senses see this? Because this is spicy. Like, these scenes, they're not like outright, you're seeing them do anything on screen. Nothing like that. But for a C drama, and if you're a regular C drama watcher, this feels like sexy. It feels spicy in some ways. And they're fully clothed. Like, they're fully clothed. You don't see anything or anything like that. But some of the scenes truly are spicy. That's the only way, especially like spicy in terms of a Chinese drama, guys. But yeah, this is like very much my current obsession. I could talk about this all day, but I'm not going to. So this is the one I'm absolutely loving right now. So next up, I do have another one in my absolutely loving category, but it's not a drama. It's a variety show, and it's called Wow the World. So this is basically a bunch of people going around, and they go to Rome and so Italy and Spain, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's both of those places. And so I'm watching this on WeTV. The episodes are long, guys. Like, the episodes are an hour and 40 minutes. So I watch this I'll watch like half an hour before I go to bed, and I've built up episodes because I'm only on episode 1 and there's already 10 episodes out, and it's going to be 20 episodes long. So the reason I really wanted to watch this is because of the cast. So this stars Lu Yuning, Gong Jun, Chen Qingchu, Wang Yiwen, Li Naiwan, Sun Honglei, and it also stars, let me open it up, Song Honglei, Chan He, and Ouyang Didi. So this is kind of like the cast, and they basically, they just go around and they go and eat in yummy places, and they take the mick out of each other, and they have a lot of fun together. And that is, to me, is perfect to kind of watch as like a wind down at the end of the evening kind of thing. The MDL descriptions: the perfect fusion of food and travel invites new and old friends in the entertainment circle to find food around the world. This program focuses on the sensory enjoyment of the audience and shows the warmth of friendship through the interaction of stars, satisfying the audience's yearning for a better life and their desire to escape from daily life. So that's what it is. I am really, really enjoying it. I'm like having a lot of fun. And like I said, the only reason I'm not completely caught up is because I literally watch this as like a wind down at the end of the day. So I only get about, half an hour, sometimes 20 minutes in, and then like I can go away and do some other stuff. So that's what I do on this one. So, next up is my really enjoying category. And in this one, I have one drama, and that's the K drama When Life Gives You Tangerines. So, you guys know that I started this one and I was really enjoying it. And then I got spoiled, and I kind of didn't want to go back for a little while. But my on hold list is ridiculous right now. It's so long, and I was like, I need to figure this out. So I went over on Patreon and I put a poll up there. And the drama that won was When Life Gives You Tangerines. So I am going to be watching that one hopefully over the next 2 weeks. I'll finish it up and then I'm going to do a mini review of it over on Patreon. That was kind of my way to try and start to tackle my on hold list because it is long, guys, right now. And I just want to start, taking some things out of it. So I'm not going to talk about it too much because I've talked about this drama in previous episodes and I'm enjoying it. Although I will say I am now on the firm side of the older actors are doing, not Park Bo Young's, Park Bo Gum's and IU's roles. So we have Monsori and we have Park Hae Joon. And I preferred the story when it was Park Bo Gum and IU. I'm not gonna lie, just because I love Park Bo Gum and I hoped we were gonna see him more. I get it. I know why we have to do the swap over, but yeah, that's just a preference, a personal preference, I would say. But I'm still enjoying the story. I think like I said, I enjoyed the first half more than I am enjoying the second half. But I do want to finish it off and I'll be glad to finish it if that makes sense. So, next up is the enjoying category, and I have quite a few dramas on here, but we are going to do almost like rapid fire because a lot of these I kind of already talked about. I have Leap Day on here and I just need to finish this. I've watched 2 episodes and then I kind of didn't go back, and it wasn't necessarily because the drama itself was boring or anything like that. I just haven't had the time. Other dramas keep cropping up that I've been wanting to watch, and so that just means that I've been busy elsewhere and I haven't had quite the time. But also, the weather has been quite nice in the UK. It's been sunny, so I haven't necessarily wanted to spend my time at home. But that's changed. It is chucking it down today. It is grey and miserable. It's like the quintessential UK picture that people think of, the rain and the grey. So, and I think it's going to be like that for, over the next couple of weeks. I think we are going to get more and more rain, and daylight is going to start to be less and less because we are entering kind of like that autumn autumn season. So that means I will be spending way more time at home. And this is one of those that I definitely want to finish over like the break, the podcast break. So this one is one of those where 2 individuals are born on a leap year. They're born on February 29th, and they are plagued with a curse of sorts that every 4 years, somebody who they love will die on February 29th on their birthday. So it's kind of them coming together and trying to figure out how to break this curse. So it's very interesting. It isn't a BL. I thought it was, but it isn't a BL. So I thought the first episode and the second episode were very intriguing. So I definitely want to go back and finish it off. Like I said, I just haven't had the time to do so. But it's definitely on my list, to go back and do. The next one is ABO Desire. I think this is now finished airing, and oh no, it's still airing. So it's on episode 10 of 16, and I have watched 5 episodes, 6 episodes, 6 episodes. So I'm not too far behind on this one actually. I'm watching it on Viki because it's now nowhere else. It was on iQIYI. It is now only on Viki. It is, I don't know. It's a, oh my goodness, what's the word I'm looking for? It's an Omega verse drama. So that's interesting. I don't know. It's okay so far. I was just intrigued that it was an Omegaverse kind of drama, and that's kind of like what's kept me watching. It is okay. I'm not going to be, jumping up for joy about it. But yeah, so the MDL description reads: on the edge of death, Shang Xiaoyu meets someone who seems like his exact type. A delicate white lotus kind of beauty, the kind you'd want to pluck, keep in a vase, and admire forever. But turns out this boy is just as harmless little lily. He's a ghost orchid, rare and unpredictable, with charm that's deadly, elegant, and darker than expected. When obsession meets something untamable, who's really going to end up devoured? So it's kind of like a dark romance type situation, and it's a BL. So I'm watching it for right now, and I'm enjoying some aspects of it. So yeah, I am back to watching In the Name of Blossom, which has flourished peony season 2, not season 3, season 2. And I had about 9 episodes left, and I paused it because I was going to review it on the podcast, and I kind of wanted to finish it closer to the time because I wanted it like very fresh in my mind. I'm now going to record very soon for this, so I'll be finishing this one up in the next week. So I'm very excited. I'm not going to touch too much on it because, like I said, I am going to be reviewing this one. I'm watching Shadow Love now. This one I started watching after The Legend of Female General, and it stars the same male lead. It stars Chang Lei and it stars Song Yi. And I have been excited for this one for a little while. And to be honest, I'm not sure if it's working for me. I don't know what it is about it. Actually, I do. It's not the actors. I like the actors. It's I don't know. It's the story itself is just not captivating me as I wish it would, if that makes sense. I think sometimes the story is a little bit confusing, a little bit, I'm just going to say it, it's a little bit boring at times, and it's not captivating at all. So that's a little bit sad because I do like the actors. I've watched 11 episodes so far, and there is oh god, there's already 16 episodes out, so I'm not too far behind. I am going to catch up, and I'm just going to see where it goes because so basically these two meet. She's a female general. Is it ringing any bells, anybody? She's a female general, and basically they meet up, and he's kind of gets cursed with something, right? And they're supposed to be enemies, but when she meets him, she doesn't know that's who he is, and he's lost all of his memories, so he doesn't know who she is. And they kind of she kind of takes him under his wing, and helps him along, but obviously they are meant to be enemies, and I'm waiting for that enemies to start because I think that's when the story will be more interesting. As of right now, it just doesn't feel that way, so I don't know. But that is Shadow Love, and that is airing on iQIYI. It's also on Mango TV, but if you're watching on Mango TV, you at least know Chinese because their subtitles are atrocious. So the other one that I've started is Moonlit Reunion, which I'm quite surprised because it only has a 7.9 on MDL. I've literally watched 2 episodes, and I think the problem with this one was everybody was very excited for this drama. So this is a Shu Kai and Tian Wei drama, and it is a Tencent video drama. However, it is not produced by Tencent. It's produced by Linmon Studios, and if you kind of know anything about Chinese dramas, Linmon produces some of the best looking Chinese dramas out there. They're a studio that I really, really enjoy the stuff they put out. Unfortunately, they are kind of terrible with their international distribution. And what's happening is, so Moonlight Reunion, for European watchers, it's available on Viki. It is not available on Tencent or WeTV anywhere like international, I don't think. And then in the US, it's available on Disney Plus. So it's available on kind of different platforms in different places. And one of the problems was it was released in China, but then it wasn't released in Europe. And then it was released in Europe, but the US didn't get it till like a couple of days later. And I hate when that kind of happens because a lot of people are very excited to watch this, but because it wasn't available to us and it was available to us in almost like waves, it kind of, I think, lost a little bit of steam because people got you know, watching other stuff and got excited about other stuff that were available to them. So I think that was, a slight problem. Goodness, it has a really long MDL description. But so basically Shukai and Tian Shiwei play kind of like devil lords in a sense. They have like these spirits that give them powers, and they basically go around and solve cases. That is like the basis of this story. I will say this looks very expensive. It looks really good. The first scene where Tian Shiwei kind of appears, I was like, this is great. This is such a great entrance from her. And I was very, very interested. The drama itself, like the story itself, hasn't really captivated me quite yet, but I have only watched 2.5 episodes, 3 episodes. So that is very early days still. This is going to be 38 episodes. So, it's going to take me a couple more episodes to figure out where I land on this one. But yeah, in terms of visual looks, it looks really, really good. And I will definitely be watching some more. I think it's going to be like this. My weekend is going to be trying to figure out, trying to catch up on this one. Because I need something to watch while I'm waiting for when destiny brings a demon. So yeah, so that is kind of like what my enjoying category is looking like. Oh, I'm also have this crazy bonkers drama that not everybody, a couple of people were mentioning over on Discord, and they were saying how bonkers it was, and they mentioned an incest chicken. Don't ask, because you need to be on Discord to know about these things, and you need to go and figure have lots of fun over there. But, a lot of people were saying how crazy bonkers and how sexy this show was. And I started it. It is insanely crazy. It is one of those short format dramas. There's 20 episodes of 18 minutes. So it's a very short format drama. I'm watching it on Viki. But if you go on Yoku, it's already completed. I think it's finished on Yoku, but not on Viki. And it's called Bound by Sin. So take that as you will. I'm not necessarily recommending it because, guys, it's one of those short dramas. They are, your crazy train. I don't know what to say about that. But yes. So, and then I just have also Revenged Love on there. I'm really unsure whether I'm going to carry on with this or not. The snake thing is really, really gritting my teeth type of situation. And I know that's not going to bother everybody, but it is to me. And I don't know. I'm just so curious. The thing is, I really do want to watch it because everybody keeps saying how good it is, and like how a lot of hoo-ha was lifted about this drama. So I think I'm getting FOMO more than anything, and I'm not necessarily sure that's a good way to want to keep watching a drama, but we shall see where I land on that one. So that is it for that. And then we're moving on to the not sure yet category. And I'm so sad to say that this drama is in this category. That is the K drama 12. So, this is a K drama that I was really looking forward to. I thought the premise was really good. Um, just a quick description from MDL. A long time ago, 12 zodiac angels fought against evil spirits to protect the human race. Thanks to the sacrifice of the angels, the evil forces were sealed in the gate of hell. Peace was also found, but evil again awakens and the human world is thrown into chaos. Against a group of evil beings, including Ogui, the 12 zodiac angels led by Tae-san, who symbolizes a tiger, enter into an epic battle. So this is like it's a KBS2 show. It's 8 episodes, and it's airing on Disney internationally, also on Hulu in the States, I believe. And the thing that really drew me in was that kind of description. It was going to be 8 episodes, which is incredible. But also, the thing is, this cast is off the rails. So we have Ma Dong-suk, Park Hyung-sik, So In-guk, Son Dong-il, Lee Jong-bin, and then we also have Kyu Pil, Kang Mina, we have Song Woo Bin, Ji Hae, and Regina Lee. So this cast is so good. And I don't think I don't think it's the drama is doing justice to the cast. It is currently right now sitting at a 7 on MDL. Now, only 2 episodes are out. I have watched both episodes and they're incredibly slow to me. For a drama that is only 8 episodes, I feel like a lot of time was wasted in these 2 episodes. And not only that, but the fight scenes felt like child's play almost. I don't know, this just isn't working for me in any sense of the word. I am going to finish it because it is only 8 episodes. And I'm like, surely with a cast like this, there's got to be more to it. And I'm like, is this the year? K dramas seem to be lately having a run of really good cast, but the story just does not deliver. And I'm like, what is happening? So that is this. Like I said, I'm watching it, but we'll see where we end up with it. I just don't know. So the other category that I have left is dramas that I'm looking forward to starting. And the only one I have on there, well, I have two. The first one is called 12 Letters, and it's going to be a Tencent video production. It's airing today, so August 30th. August 29th, which is when I'm recording. It's airing today, and it's also going to come to Viki at some point. It stars Zoe Iran, who I really like as a male lead, and it stars Wang Yinglu as well, which is going to be interesting because I'm going to be watching her in When Destiny Brings a Demon and in this. But this is a modern day drama, and it's a very different vibe. The genres are thriller, mystery, romance, fantasy. It is only 12 episodes, and the MDL description reads 12 mysterious letters, 35 years of unending anticipation. This drama focuses on the fate and romance of a small town youth wrapped in a fantasy shell with suspense as bait and emotions at its core. It breaks traditional narrative patterns by introducing a unique dual time space interaction mechanism. The unpredictable weather and the blackboard in an abandoned classroom open a channel connecting two time spaces, creating an enthralling and suspenseful experience. The sudden disappearance of a lover and enigmatic time space communication present the protagonist with a complex puzzle. As he pieces together clues amidst the fog of mystery, he searches for the truth. So that sounds very compelling to me. I'm very excited to see what's going to happen. I know both of these actors are very good actors, so I'm just very, very intrigued to see where this story ends up. And then the other one that I want to check out is, and this one has already started. I just haven't started watching it yet, but I do want to try it out, and it's called Bon Appetit, Your Majesty. It's a Korean drama, and it's like a time slip where a professional chef kind of falls into a Joseon dynasty period. Now, my problem with this is the first episode is 1 hour 20, and you guys know I absolutely despise long episodes like this. So that kind of almost prevents me from pressing play. It is going to be, it's a Netflix production, and it stars Yuna, oh my goodness, Yi Chae-min, Kang Hana, and Choi Gui-hwa. So that's kind of like the main cast. I'm intrigued. I'm gonna see, I'm gonna try episode 1. I've heard a lot of people say that episode 1 is slow, but episode 2 is better. So I'm gonna try it out and see, if it's something that I want to watch, because I currently don't really have any K dramas on my list right now. So apart from When Life Gives You Tangerines, so if you have an upcoming K drama that you're excited about, please let me know, because I want to check out and see more K dramas. So please, please, please let me know, what you're thinking about that. And that is it. That is everything that I'm watching. And now we're just gonna rapid fire some completed dramas in August. First one up was Coroner's Diary. I ended up really enjoying it. I think the story was done really well. The romance was done really well. I liked the characters, I liked the acting. And yeah, so that one was good. Next up is Deep Affection Eyes. I also enjoyed this one. the first half more so than the second half. I'm going to do a little mini review for it over on TikTok. I'm going to release that soon. And I think I might do a more longer format review of it on Patreon. I finished up The Next Prince, which is a Thai BL. Look, this was just a little bit of bonkers of fun. It was okay. It was nothing like mind blowing, but it was certainly different. The costumes were really cool in it. So I overall enjoyed it. I finished up Our Generation, and I don't know, guys. I have lots of thoughts about this one. I have notes as well. I don't have enough, I don't think, for a review. I'm still deciding where I want to talk about this one, whether it's going to be a podcast review or a Patreon review. There is going to be a review. I'm just trying to figure out where the review is going to be. I finished up Head Over Heels. I liked it. I think the last 4 episodes weren't as good as I was expecting it to be. It kind of dragged a little bit towards the end, but even so, I overall enjoyed it. I finished up The Princess's Gambit. Again, the first half, which was much better than the second half. I feel like the characters kind of lost their way in the second half, and they used the amnesia trope, which just it doesn't work for me. I've said it time and time again. It feels like lazy writing, but here we are. And then I finished up The Immortal Ascension, which is a Yang Yang drama. I actually enjoyed Yang Yang in this. I didn't enjoy the drama as much, but it is a problem with the writing and not his acting. I think this role really, really suited him actually, and I think he did pretty well in it. I think the drama itself just didn't work as well for me, but for the first time, it wasn't Yang Yang's fault. It was a writing problem. So that is everything I kind of finished over through August, and now we are just going to be. I just want to mention one book that I read this month, and it is The Lotus Shoes by Jane Yang. This is actually, I ended up really, really enjoying this show, and not this show, this book. It reads kind of like a historical Chinese drama, and it's about a wealthy girl and the daughter of a wealthy family and her maid, and how things sometimes just aren't quite what they seem. And it's still an era, it's kind of like at the turn of the century in China, and it's in the time where people are fighting to kind of turn away from more traditional methods like foot binding and things like that. So it's set in the 1800s in China. It was heart-wrenching in some parts, but I think it was beautifully written. I will say the one of the main characters in it is a call. So one of the main characters is called Lin Jing, and you get to see from Lin Jing's point of view, but also Little Flower's point of view. So they're the two main female characters, and Lin Jing is an insufferable character for most of the book. And I usually despise reading books where the main character is just very uncaring and just like a selfish, but it was written in such a way that I truly, truly loved this book as a whole. So that is The Lotus Shoes by Jane Yang. And that is it. That is everything I've watched. One of the books that I've finished and I thought I'd really wanted to mention. So just to wrap up the episode, we are going to be doing a little bit of like season 4 updates, just a couple of spoilers of what you can expect from season 4. So I'm having the whole of September off. That is definitely a given, and I'll be back in October at some point. I am having this time off from the podcast, but not from Patreon. So Patreon will keep getting updates. So you'll be having reviews all throughout September. And also I am doing another Patreon live on the 13th, on September 13th at 9 p.m. UK time. So please come and join us then. I tested one back a little, like I think it was either last week or the week before. I think it was last week, and I had a lot of fun. So it was just a lot of fun to do it, and I think I feel quite good doing them on Patreon because it's a nice little community, and people are just asking questions and talking about dramas. So I had a lot of fun. I'm excited to do another one. So that is going to be the Patreon situation throughout September. And then, like I said, I'll be back in October. And I think okay, I'm going to do a couple of dramas that I'll definitely be reviewing in season 4. And this is going to be like in the first half of season 4. So it'll be this side of Christmas, let me put it that way. So I'll definitely be doing Legend of the Female General because I finished it and I have quite a few notes on it. So I wanted to do a review, and that is going to be a guest review. So I'm going to have a guest join me for that one. It's obvious, this one, but I've already mentioned it. I'm absolutely reviewing When Destiny Brings the Demon. I mean, was there ever any question on whether I was going to review this or not? It is absolutely happening. And then In the Name of Blossom, which I've already mentioned, I'm also going to be reviewing. And Corinne is going to be coming back. She reviewed season 1 with me, so she's going to be coming back to review season 2. And, we'll see where I end up on that one. Drama trio episodes are going to be fun. We've already got some on the agenda. And actually, if you are a member of Patreon, you will know which episodes we have on the agenda because we recorded together, I think about a week ago, maybe a week ago, and we kind of discussed some of the episodes and when we were going to record them. So that's very exciting. We're going to have more drama exchanges, which are always fun. If you haven't heard To a Drama Exchange, basically a group of us get together. We give somebody a choice of dramas, like we choose one drama each. And then we randomly get assigned a drama, and then we have to kind of figure out who put that drama forward after we've watched it, and then we talk about it, and then all of that. So that's going to be a lot of fun. But I think the last thing I'll say is I'm definitely wanting to go back to the actor actresses series because it's been a really long minute since I've done that. And I think it'll be a lot of fun to do that. If so, let me know which actors and actresses you would like to hear me talk about. For actresses, I've done Bai Lu, I've done Tan Song Yu, and I've done Zhao Lushi. And then for actors, I've done so far Wu Lei and Zhang Ling He. So please let me know which ones I should, talk about next. I'm always open to suggestions, and that actually leads nicely into just would love to hear some ideas from you guys. What would you like to see in season 4? Whether that would be a drama you would like me to watch and review, or whether that would be, an episode that you think would work really well. I am always very much open to suggestions because one of the things about doing a podcast like this is the constant churning that you have to kind of come up with for ideas. And sometimes that well runs a little bit dry. Luckily, Tea and Soju is the kind of format where I can run on things that I'm watching and I can review those so I can have episodes. But the problem is I also sometimes haven't finished a couple of things, or that means I'm constantly needing to watch new things. So that is why I would love, I always have to have some other ideas that I can sort of rely on to have episodes from. So please let me know, what is happening. If, any ideas that you have or that you would like to listen to. Like I said, I'm always open to that. And I think that is it, guys. That is it for season 3. It's been a heck of a season. I think I've had so much fun, so many ideas, and just lovely guests, lovely episodes. And I can't wait. This is one of the times where, yes, I'm excited to have a little break. Although I will say I was going to take at least 2 weeks off, and I'm already recording tomorrow. I'm recording next weekend, and I'm recording towards the end of September as well. It's just how the cookie crumbles. And I don't mind too much because I'm only recording. I'm not necessarily doing anything else. I can edit and do that stuff later. And, chatting dramas. That's the best part of the podcast, is like sitting down and chatting dramas with people. It's the whole behind that isn't as like, the editing and the preparing for the release of the episode and all of that. That is the harder part, I would say. But with all of that being said, I think that it really is it for this episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed it, and we'll just see you next time. Bye.